Hi everyone, Harrison here from LED Torch Shop, here with another brand new Imalent torch, the MR90. Now this is 50,000 lumens, maximum of 1500 meters throw. Really cool flood and searchlight. So before I get into it, I'll show you what we get in the pack and then we can dive straight into the light. First of all, obviously it comes in some nice Imalent packaging. All the specs are sort of on the outside, so it's easy to see what you get. So open it up. You obviously get your AC wall charger. So it is a DC charger because it's quite a large battery. So they give you a DC charger. You get your Imalent torch. Dive into that in just a second. They also give you a holster. So this is sort of a top holster, nylon holster. So yeah, it is a large light, but you can probably more put that on a bag or something like that, unless you want to carry quite a large light on your hip. But yeah, I probably wouldn't overly recommend that. Give you a lanyard and a couple spare O-rings as well, which is pretty stock standard for a lot of this stuff. And your all-important warranty and user manual. So this stuff's definitely worth a read. There's a lot of different modes and output settings and everything like that. So yeah, definitely worth a read. Get to know your light before you use it. Diving straight into the light now. So obviously quite a chunky sort of Coke can size handle on here, but all about that front end. So 50,000 lumens, really cool light. Integrated thermal fan that's only going to come on sort of when the light is overheating or yeah, putting that max sort of output. Like I said, 50,000 lumens, 1,586 meters throw. Pretty much all coming out of that nice, deep, smooth reflector of that spotlight. Now it's got 8 CREE 70.2 LEDs in here, Gen 2s. So they're going to output a max of about 44,000 lumens. And then sort of the rest is going to be coming out of the single LUMINUS SBT, a 90 second gen LED, which is a really cool LED. I've seen this LED in some of the Lumen top torches and other big throwing torches. So yeah, it's nice to know that got a really cool chip in there and some really decent CREE LEDs that are all flood. We've seen them in a lot of different torches, that CREE XHP70.2. The battery pack is all integrated, so it's running off 4 21700s in here. You cannot replace them. Yeah, it is nice to know it's all integrated in there. It's all watertight and sealed, so it's going to give you about an IP56 waterproof rating. To get the charging port, it's just similar to the MS18. They're really large light. Unscrew the back, it just reveals a DC charging port in there. Really easy. Plug it on, red light will come on and green when it's fully charged. So it's got an aluminium OP reflector and SMO reflector. So really good orange peel reflector in there, OP orange peel for the CREE LEDs. And then it's got that SMO for the luminous LED. So you're getting a really nice deep set smooth reflector for throw, and then you're going to get all that nice short sort of shallow orange peel reflector for those CREE LEDs. So all flood, ultra clear sort of tempered glass there. Now you're going to get about just under a kilo of weight sort of without that battery. The head's about 92 mils across. You're looking at the body about 56 mils, so yeah, similar sort of, bit skinnier than a sort of a Coke can. And the overall length is going to run about 152 mils. So not a crazy large light, but for 50,000 lumens, it's quite compact. Sort of similar design as the Fenix LR40R with their sort of flood and spot sort of configuration, but I like that Lumentop have gone and thought a little bit differently about how they want their light to look, and they've sort of made it, like a lot of their lights, a bit more spacey, a bit more out there, which is really cool. You're always going to hold it up here pretty much because the button's at the top, so you are going to hold it sort of upright. So those flood LEDs are kind of going to be on the top, and then your spot LED is going to be on the bottom. You don't notice that too much when it's on though. You feel like this whole light is lit up when that floodlight is on. But yeah, so it's very similar sort of design in the way of a spot to flood torch than like the LR40R, 12,000 lumens, 50,000 lumens. So that's mainly due to those CREE XHP70 Gen 2s. Jumping right along to the outputs and runtimes though. So like I said, you can run it on quite a few different modes. So you can run it on only spot, only flood, and then you can run it on a combination. To cycle through them all though is pretty simple. It's sort of a regular sort of interface when you're actually on the mode, but to cycle through to the different mode, it's just a simple triple click of the button. So quick triple click and it cycles through, and you won't be able to sort of get back. You have to go all the way around. Not a big deal. I didn't find it a big deal at all, and I felt it quite easy to sort of use, and it's very deliberate when it changes, so you can notice it quite a lot. The turbo mode is 50,000 lumens, obviously, and that's when they're both on, the spot and flood. So you're going to get 50,000 lumens, it's going to drop down to 10,000 lumens, and runtime is about 45 seconds to about 45 minutes. So 45 seconds on that really 50,000 lumens burst, and then it'll sort of drop down to that 10,000 lumens over the next 45 minutes. High output though is 30,000 lumens, and again we'll drop down to that 10,000 lumen mark, and you're going to get about 3 minutes runtime and then back down for the next 45 minutes. So some decent run times on those really high outputs. You will hear that fan kick in when it's going right out there and really bright, but I didn't find it too much of a big deal because I wasn't sort of walking around or doing anything crazy for that 50,000 lumens while that was on burst. I was more just sort of seeing where it was going. I found those lower modes more than useful enough for doing sort of everything you probably want to do anyway. Middle two is 18,000 lumens, and as you probably guess, it goes down to that 10,000 lumens. Seems to be the benchmark where it's able to keep a constant current for long periods of time. 10,000 lumens is absolutely massive when you think that LR40R on max is 12,000 lumens. So yeah, 10,000 lumens. Runtime is about 20 minutes and then back down for another 25 minutes. So yeah, 45 minutes in runtime all up. And the middle one is that 10,000 lumens. So that's the midpoint. And yeah, you're gonna get just under an hour runtime on 10,000 lumens, which is, yeah, really great. Middle low, 6,500 lumens. You're gonna get an hour and a half runtime on that. And again, those two middle modes, more than enough light to do every single task pretty much. And then you know you got that burst of 50,000 lumens and the 30,000 lumens marks as well. Low mode, 2,500 lumens. You get about 4 hours runtime on that. And I mean, it's going to be a constant nice current too on those lower modes. It's not going to drop down or anything. It's just going to keep that until the battery's sort of depleted. Spot mode is maximum 4,500 lumens and runtime's 2.5 hours. So that's quite a large output out of that luminous LED. So I found that a lot of sort of high to middle modes were really good on that spotlight. I found like the 4,500 lumens really nice, but found that sort of hotspot just sort of disappeared a little bit. I reckon the reflector in here is just perfect for those sort of middle modes. And then if you're wanting to run at that full flood, you're going to be 44,000 lumens for about an hour's runtime. So really versatile light. If you sort of want that one light, one light to sort of do it all, that's not going to be too, I mean, it is a big light, but it's not going to be too over cumbersome and too big. The MR90 from Imalent is going to be for you. It's a really fantastic light that's sort of going to do it all. If you are looking to light up something that's quite a far distance away and you want quite a broad beam as well, yeah, have a look at the MR90 from Imalent. Really fantastic light. They've just gone with sort of a futuristic look, like they do with a lot of Imalent stuff. They're sort of keeping to theme, and yeah, it's just really nice and refreshing to see sort of a brand bringing out some really cool, innovative lights. So go check them out. I'll drop a link below to the MR90, so you can go check out this light and their whole range from there. So definitely worth a look. But thanks for watching this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.